was a pattern maker for Douglas Aircraft and also for the studios in Hollywood, where he worked in plaster. Doing some of the work he did for Douglas Aircraft, he began tinkering with the idea of doing life-size statues, or bigger-than-life statues, as you can see here. He wanted to build statues that would withstand an atomic blast. He wanted it on a hill where everyone could see. The original idea was to build this Christ and to put it on the rim of the Grand Canyon. Because of the laws of church and state, he was not able to do that, and so he brought it back, and it was just sitting in his driveway, marked as the unwanted Christ. Drew a lot of attention in the Los Angeles area before it was ever moved up here. April 1951 issue, the transport up here of it, and they used Eddie Garver's broken down pickup truck, the statue on the back of his truck, coming across Banning Pass, coming up the Morongo Grade, and all the way up here to Desert Christ Park. And then, of course, pulling this statue up the hill on big heavy timbers to the top where it stands now. And the townsfolk had made a base for it to go on. They slid it up the hill and set it on the base. He eventually moved up here in his little trailer, a little teardrop old white trailer on the property, but he was not paid a wage for it. The townspeople here jumped right in, and they helped feed him, they helped clothe him. Everybody in town, they were amazed at not only the height these statues were and the amount of cement and steel that were in them, but also the carving and the way he carved right down to the toenails and the leather sandal straps. He began to form these characters and bring them to life, moved up to where he had the window, and that's where he created the three-dimensional head of Jesus. There's folks that told him not only could he not do a bas-relief out of concrete, but he would never be able to make it morph into a three-dimensional head. But here it is. The materials he used were steel, rebar, which it was welded, and then he used a cement, which formed the basic statue, and then he put over that a white cement, of which then he started to carve, and then he would polish and buff them until they gleamed. So all we know is the concrete, the slurry, the pigment, the silica, and forming it over the steel structure that he made. He built them, and as you can see by standing here, these are 69 years old, and they have withstood earthquakes and weather and time, and no atomic blast yet. His wife did not follow him. He worked here day in and day out until he passed away in December of '61.